Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to a dry Wales for a change. It's actually dry today and I thought I'd get out in the garden and go and see the chickens and go and get on with my raspberries. So I'm just going to go up and see the hens and go and give them their porridge and give them their lunch, give them their breakfast, and then I'm going to get into the garden. So I'm hoping it's not going to be too windy and that we'll be able to get the video done. But if not, I'll just have to do a voiceover for you. But I just thought while the weather's dry, I can get in, sort that bed out and get the raspberries moved, and then I can get in that patch of garden beneath the wall and get that cleared, ready for the spring. So yeah, very exciting, and I can't wait. The rest of my peonies arrived, so I've got them to pot up in the greenhouse over the weekend. And my seeds have arrived as well from Thompson and Morgan, so we'll go through them next week and we'll have a look at what I've bought. So yeah, the wind's died down a lot from what it was the last couple of days, but yeah, I'm just hoping that it's not going to be too windy for us. So I'm just going to go and see the chickens, and then we'll go and set up in the garden and we'll get the raspberries moved and I'll show you where they're going. So I'll see you in a minute. I love the way they get on with their day so I can get on with mine. They're very happy. There must be lots of grubs around that bush. But this little one here, Grace, she never says a word. The others cluck back at me when I speak to them. She always comes over and says hello, but she never speaks. Funny, I've never had a hen like that. This black one never stops making a noise. Daisy's got a lovely set of feathers back. But yeah, they're going to be going in soon, so when they go in, I can go in. But they're going to have had lots of grubs today. They're eating the moss, and they're liking, so they're very happy. I think they're just glad to be out. So yeah, I'm going to get on with what I've got to do, and then we can get them in, and then I can go in and cook the tea. Right, while they're faffing about, digging and scratching and doing what hens do, I'm going to go and get on with my raspberries. Yeah, you have to make the most of the weather here because it does rain a lot, and it seems to have rained a lot recently. We had a month's worth of rain in a few days this week, and yeah, it's been very wet. So what I thought I'd do, just getting my bucket, is come out and get on with those raspberries and see what's happening, shall we? So I'll just turn you around. Right, so this is my raspberry patch, and I want to move them because I want to make a passage to get through there to get into that patch of ground there, because that's what the farmer's going to let me use for growing my vegetables. And I've got quite a few raspberries here that I found in pots when we moved and didn't realise I had so many when I brought them with me. So I need to move them. And I need to prune them as well. Find out how to prune them, because these are autumn fruiting raspberries, late summer, early autumn. They do still have flowers on them. I don't know whether you can see those flowers. There we are. See, there are still flowers on them. And there are some bits of fruit as well, just there. But yeah, I think I'm safe enough now to be able to use them. It's January, so they shouldn't be fruiting at the moment. So I'll show you where we're going to put them. I've got a tree to go here, so I need to sort that out, move that box, and I've got a rather gnarly gooseberry bush. I don't think it's going to do anything, but I might put it in a pot. This thing here, seen better days. Did have some green on it last year, so I might give it a second wind and we'll see. But let's go and have a look where the raspberries are going. I haven't had a chance to get out and do the leaves or anything yet, but this is where the raspberries are going to go. In this patch here, it's got wood all the way around it, and then in this one here is the yellow raspberries. These are autumn raspberries, the yellow colour, all gold. These ones, £3.75 in Morrison's. So I'm going to tidy these two beds out, and the raspberries are going to get moved into here. And then along here, I'm not sure whether to put some artichokes in there, because I don't mind the cows grazing on the artichokes because they grow under the ground, but I do mind them grazing on my fruit bushes and my hedge. So I don't know, I was thinking of extending the hedge along here just to give a bit of a windbreak, but I don't know, I haven't decided yet. So yeah, the raspberries are going in this one, so I'll just go and get my gloves, go and get my kneeler, and I'll set the camera up and I'll show you what I'm doing. The girls seem very happy in their little area where they can scratch and forage and look for grubs and beasties and get everything away from my fruit, because I don't know whether you can see, but they're cleared all the way around those fruit bushes there. So they're eating all the grubs and things that are going to attack my fruit, so hopefully I'll have really good fruit this year. But they seem very happy. Right, Daisy? Little Daisy seems a bit skittish today. Don't you, Chucky? Yeah. But they like it in there. So I'm just going to get my tools, get the camera set up, and we'll have a look. These are the strawberries as well that I need to sort out. And I may plant some round the raspberries. But we'll just get the camera and we'll have a look and see what we've got. Do you remember I told you I had a stoat living in my wall? Well, he lives down there. And as far as I know, he lives in that hole there, because there's a little run along there, and then he goes through the fence there, and then he toddles off and down the field. So I've got to be mindful of that when I clear this patch here. I've got to be mindful of Mr. Stoat and make sure he's got some cover for when he goes off into the field. So yeah, it's a great view. Lovely view for a garden. But I'd be glad to get rid of all this bramble because it's growing into my garden and I don't like it, so need to get on top of it really. But it's all growing in my camellia. And I think the camellia will do better without it. Let's just get the gloves and my camera. Right, raspberries are quite shallow growing, so it should be pretty easy to get them out. They don't have a very big root, and they haven't been in that long. So there's one of the root balls, and there's some nice new growth on that as well. Don't know whether you can see that. So that's good. This one here is a walking stick kale. It smells very cabbagey. Right. Just got to tease the roots. I'll probably get more growing up in here over the next year or so until I get them all. So these are the weeds. Don't want to transplant them. And there's our raspberry. That's two. Nice bit of root there, look at that. So that'll be good. The light's starting to fade a bit now. It's 4:05. So as I say, this is my raspberry bed, and this is where the new plants are going to go, because I want to have one red border and one yellow. Now I do know that one of those is a yellow raspberry, but I won't be able to tell until it flowers next year, till I get the fruit off it next year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them all in there, and then next year, well later on this year when they've had the fruit and I know what they're going to be, I'll rip it back out again and pop it in that bed there and get myself back to Morrison's and get some more. The great thing about raspberries is they're shallow roots, like I say, so I don't need any deep soil. So this is going to be perfect. It's got wood all the way around it, all along that edge, round the back, round this side, and then along the front here as well. So there we are. Right, let's get the raspberries in. Put a load of debris off the garden in here, and it's all rotting down really well. I feel like dead broccoli and things from the year before. So I'll pop that in the compost. Or on my path, because I'm trying to raise my path level up to the chickens. And then I can throw the raspberries in. And what I'll do is I've got to clean the chickens out this weekend. And I'll throw their bedding on the top as a mulch. I'm not too fussed about the dandelions, because I quite like them, because I use them in the dye pot. So if any of them come up, they can stay. Just for now, just to clean the bed, I'll take them out. So as you can see, that's our bed, all nice and clean. So now I just need to plant the raspberries. So I'll just get them sorted, get something to use to plant them, and we'll get them in. Most of the grass out, and I think pretty much good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to separate the soil a bit, not digging because I don't want to dig. I'm not a purist where I don't want to use any hand tools, anything to make life easy. I know there are people out there that like to do that, but I don't. Right, this plant here is going to divide up, so I'm going to go 1, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. So I'm going to try and do that with each one, see how much we can get. So just tilt you down. Here's my hole. And there is some new shoots on it, just there. So I'm going to make sure they're above the soil. And just plonk the soil around it like that. Not too tight. And let those new shoots up. And then do the same with the next one. So just loosening the soil because it is quite compacted. So I'll just loosen it a bit. Plonk the next one in. So I'm just going to do that all the way along, and then I'll show you once I'm done. Right, okay, so I've got them in now, and I managed to fill that bed with everything I dug out, and I've got about 12 canes, so I've done really well. Well, about 13 or 14 actually, because I've had to put one in this bed here that needs clearing. But yeah, really pleased, managed to get quite a bit done. So when I clean the chickens out tomorrow or over the weekend, I'll pop their bedding over the top, and then that will give a nice mulch over the top and make more soil for next year. So yeah, that was a really good job done. I'm really pleased. Well, here's little Grace. Pippa's on her way, and everybody's getting ready for bed. Come on. What happened to your cabbage? The day is almost done. And the chickens are thinking about going to bed, so that means I can go in now. I'll come back up later and shut them in properly. But they're back in their run now, so it's time for me to go and do my tea. Good night, girls. Right, okay, so it's a few days later, and the raspberry bed's all finished. I put the chicken bedding on top of the soil to keep the weeds down with the newspaper underneath. And these are all the raspberries that we got, all these. So I hope the video was useful to you. I managed to get 13 raspberry plants out of the plants that I took out. and I think I took 4 out, so I've got quite a few cuttings off the plants. So yeah, I just need to finish off the corner over there, but I need some more bedding to be able to do that. So as I empty the chicken bedding, I'm going to move it over here and pop it on the soil. So I've tried to clear this one a bit. There's some strawberries and things in there, but again, once the bedding's been cleared out of the chicken hutch, I'm going to keep piling it on top of these beds until I've got enough to keep the weeds down. So I just need to put some posts in the 4 corners of this bed and pop some rope around it to try and keep these raspberries in their place so that when the wind blows they won't blow over. Right, that's it for the raspberries. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you found it useful. If you did like my video, please do like and subscribe, and please do hit that notification bell and it'll tell you when I upload new videos. I need to extend my raspberries, and I'm going to get some more from the supermarket when they get them back in stock again. So yeah, anyway, I think that's it for today. I'm going to go and get on with that other patch of ground. I just thought I'd show you it all finished, and hopefully get a good raspberry harvest later in the season this year. So the raspberries should start coming out about August or September. So when they do, I'll stick the camera on and show you how they turned out, show you how the plants turned out. So I'll see you all again soon. Take care and bye for now. Bye bye.